Gates back and away they go. They're racing. Good start from Thalim, the red colours. Anfal just all right out the gates, but not quite as quick as Thalim. They're followed in third by Al Kayed, the green colours. Then Masandam, the red cap. They've already just kicked on a little bit to Al Ashkar, who's a bit outpaced in the early stages, as is Dayskin, comprehensively outpaced at the moment, is Hassan as they make their way towards the turn and head on through their first time check very shortly. And it's Thalim, the red jacket, that just about leads to Anfal, who's on the inside, the green sleeves. These two somewhat locking on here as they make their way towards the midway part in the race. They're then followed up the inside by Masandam, who's got 4 or 5 lengths to find on them, maybe a little bit more, and being driven along. Al Kayed is after that. They're then followed by Al Ashkar. Right round the outside is Dayskin. Hassan's never been at the races, swinging for home. Thalim just going a bit stronger now than Anfal, who's being asked a question or two, and it's Thalim who got away well and leading now by a half, 3/4, maybe a bit further, and racing deep inside the closing stage. It's Thalim to Anfal, who's a little bit tired now in second. Staying on from the back is Dace, but it's Thalim who shows a lot of professionalism on debut, who's well clear at the moment, staying on strongly. Dace from the back up towards the line. Thalim is getting very tired. Also Hassan from the back as well, but Thalim gets it. And away they go. They're racing. The Wari did get away very well. In contrast, Hossan Al Bayan and stall 2 was very slowly away. Also slowly away was the red colours there of Zinat Al Afras as they make their way through the early stages. It's the Wari and that man Camillo Ospina, sheepskin noseband the rail, who's prominent. Motabadea is also up for the pace, as well as indeed is Sofiana in the white and brown colours. Then all around the outside, even further towards the outer, is Al Rila. Then another one that's posted wide on the track is Etifard as they make their way through the first half of the contest. One that gets a little bit closer after a slightly slow beginning is Sadie Anna, the grey horse there in the red colours. Right round the outside is Eilat Alilia as they make the turn for home. Now they're levelling up with just over 400 metres left to go, and it's Oral who's hit the front. To on the outside in second position Al Rila. Then up the inside Thawari, who's trying to box on from the back of the field. Staying on is Sadie Anna, and also getting into this as well is Aliat Alilia as they race inside the closing stages. Now though, it's Al Rila that's gone on. Al Rila, the yellow colours, to Oral, who's battling back the far side. Oral and Al Rila as they head on towards the closing stages, and it's Oral who got away pretty well, looked in trouble as they came into the final furlong and a half, but has found more to score. And off and racing. Extremely slowly away was Mansoura Al Gayar as they make their way through the early stages of this 1200 metre contest. Good start from SS Jalmod, comes through to take it up to Laheb, who races in second. They're then followed on the outside by Zain Zyperian in the yellow and blue colours. One that's pushing forward from a wider gate is Nur Al Fadel as well. Another one that's up for the pace is Sedik for Camillo Ospina, and after that getting a little bit nearer in the run too is Nur Al Fadel. So they make their way around the turn and got a lovely position at the head of affairs. Jalmod leads by about a length or so to Sedik, who races in second. Then right round the outside, Nur Al Fadel. That is your leading trio. They just kicked on a little bit as well to Zain Zyperian. They're then followed on the outside by Al Hassas in the brown colours. Then right round the outer, trying to improve, is Almash Al Bahar after a slowish start. One that's going back through the field is Laheb. They've swung for home. 2 furlongs left to go, and SS Jalmod is sailing away from them here at the moment. 3 or 4 lengths to the good. To in second position Nur Al Fadel. One that's trying to stay on is Al Hassas from the back of the field, and then after that we got Almash Al Bahar, but still out in front it's SS Jalmod, who leads by about 4 lengths to Al Hassas, who is getting going late, but as they race deep inside the final furlong, SS Jalmod got a good start, got the rail and wins. they go. They are racing. Rather slowly away was Yoshka in the red colours. Early speed, as we thought, from Beehive, zipping straight across to the rail there in the blue and black colours. Also prominent in the run is Income. Then just a little bit further out at the moment in the early stages, we have Yazabek Al-Ri, who's prominent. Another one that's prominent from a slightly wider gate is Abo Kalaf. That's the 14. One that's likely to be camped out wide is Walad Al-Matrefar. They're then followed right up the inside by Al-Washmi, who's taken up a nice position just behind Beehive there on the inside rail. Then Alotabi, who's not too far away, the green sleeves. One that's also pushing on is Giwant. There's quite a bun fight for the lead here as they make their way through the first 400. It's Beehive that leads on the inside to Income, who's nicely poised in second. Then Al-Washmi, the white cap, up the inside. Giwant towards the outer there in the black and red colours. Abo Kalaf in the green and white is prominent. So too in green and white colours with a green cap is Alto Abi, who's making very nice headway now. But it's Beehive that leads at the moment to Income, who races in second. These two have been on the sharp end throughout. To Alatabi racing in third, then Giwant down the centre of the track. Now staying on is Karaginski. It's Income and Beehive, Beehive and Income. Income has now gone on here. It's the front to Beehive, who's trying to battle on. Then Alatabi in third, but it's Income that leads, just gravitating towards the centre of the track, but leads by a half, by 3/4 of a length. Racing up towards the line, it's Income with Beehive battling back, but Income is just going to hang on. Income, indeed. They're off and racing for our local bred fillies maiden for 2-year-olds. Good start from Wahij. That one got away well. Also rushing up into an early position is Merva Alaez, as we thought that she might. Also there in the early stages is the 8 Farah Al Naya, looking for Camilo Ospina and Al Hasuma, and he's already zipped into a very nice posse towards the outside there in the green cap. Al Sakina is also prominent, so it's Al Casina who leads to Al Hasuma, who's racing in second, the green cap. They're then followed by Farah Al Naya. Then on the outside of that one, Merva Alaez. Then the red and black colours of Aladia, who's also prominent in the run. Another one that's quite prominent up with the early pace is Somo Al Ola as they start to make the turn here, and it's Al Asuma that's gone on for Camilo Ospina. Appears to have shaken off the challenge of Al Sakina. They're then followed in third position towards the outside by Merva Alaez, who's still not too far away. Driven along now Al Sakina, who's losing positions, but out in front it's Al Sumar who's leading them to Merva Alaez, who's racing in second. These two have now kicked on to Zazea, who's now in third spot, could only find the one pace. They're then followed by Wahij and the rest, but inside the closing stages it's Al Hasuma who leads to, in second position, Merva Alaez. They're well clear of the rest, and racing up towards the line it's Al Hasuma, who once again got across from a good draw in the hands of Camilo Ospina and is going to win on debut, and win very convincingly indeed. They're racing. Honky Top Man just a little bit crowded out at the start there, alongside with Bakil and Minwar as they make their way through the early stages. Infrared has gone forward in the pink jacket. The blue cap also prominent there towards the outside now is Minwar. Also there is Honky Tonk Man, who's moved into a prominent posse. Bakil is just off them there, the red cap. Then Hod Hari, followed then up the inside by Nicholas towards the mid part of the group at the moment. They're then followed by Ryan's Party, who's taken up a mid-div sit, and towards the rear of the field at the moment Al Bahar, and also towards the back is Hod Hari as they make the turn at the top of the track. And it's Honky Tonk Man just about going on here to Infrared in second, then Minwar around the outside. Taken out is Bakil to try and throw down a challenge in fourth position. Then Ryan's Party up the inside, followed then by Hod Hari, the 13, who's there. Then after that towards the inner, trying to stay on his Groom as they start to make the swing for home. And look at this Honky Tonk Man go into an easy lead to Bakil, who now moves into second spot. They're then followed by Infrared, who's who's rather tired in third, but it's Honky Tonk Man that leads now and goes on. Looks like another Jerkins winner here at Riyadh this afternoon. Honky Tonk Man well clear of the field now and racing up towards the line, can only extend the lead still further. Groom is trying to box on, also from the back of the field. Uncle is coming late, but this is all about Honky Tonk Man, who's won this as he likes. Honky Tonk Man, an easy winner. Off and racing. A little bit awkwardly away there was Batash Al Khaladia, the blue cap, but as they make their way through the early stages, one of your leaders is Samadeh Athbar. Also prominent is Seyrat Al Dahab, and it's Seyrat Al Dahab that goes on to Mutahed Al Khaladia, who gets into a prominent posse, as indeed does Jara Al Khaladia. That's your leading trio as they make their way through the early stages. Al Muzan is also prominent in the run. Right round the outside is Yasser Al Khaladia as well. They're then followed by the white and black colours of Agat Al Khaladia, and then after that, getting a little bit closer, is Jazem Athbar as they make the turn and head towards the levelling up for home. And out in front, it's now Jara Al Khaladia, the red and black colours, that's gone on for Alexis Moreno, to in second position Mutahed Al Khaladia. These two at the head of affairs, followed then in third by Seyrat Al Dahab, who's racing in that spot. They're then followed towards the outside by Jasser Al Khaladia. Then up the inside, Al Muzan, the last start winner, who's getting into this as they start to make the swing for home. And out in front, it's just Mutahed Al Khaladia, but now tackled and passed by Jara Al Khaladia. Down the centre of the track comes Fertil de Croat, who's getting into this late, finishing off very strongly down that part of the track as well. And it's Fertil de Croat who's picked them all up here. Jara Al Khaladia in second. Then after that is Seyrat Al Dahab, and racing up towards the line, this is going to go in no uncertain terms to Fertil de Croat, who's going to win with loads in hand. Away they go, they are racing, and through the early stages a nice start was made by Wesh Waller, the sheepskin noseband, the sheepskin noseband pushing on his Entahad. Camilo Ospina taking up the Camilo Ospina position there at the head of affairs and towards the rail. Also prominent in the run is King's Guard up the inside towards the outer, Hafa Albertine. They're then followed towards the outer by the green and white colours of Dadan and Naif Al-Anazi, who zipped across from a wide draw. They're then followed by the red distinguishing cap of Zemarid, who's a little bit wide on the course. Then Alea Alelm, who's racing at around about sixth spot there, the orange cap there, followed by King's Guard, who's up the inside. Then the red distinguishing cap of Emblem Leader, who's in mid-division at the moment. Then towards the outside, Tattered Flag is also prominent. Towards the middle of the pack on the inside now, making a little bit of headway, we have Ragadan as they start to make the swing. Nordic Lights is towards the outside at the moment. The red cap, many wide. That might not necessarily be a bad thing as they start to make the swing for home. One that's made a good headway now is Nigel Knott, and it's Nigel Knott that goes on to Alelm, who's racing in second. Then right round the outside, the green sleeves, is Tattered Flag, who's getting into this. Then right down the centre of the track, another one that's getting going is Bismillah Alay as they make their way down towards the closing stages now. And it's Bismillah Alay who's staying on very strongly here and takes over from Alea Alelm. And it's Bismillah Alay by a couple of lengths in the closing stages and racing up towards the line. Bismillah Alay goes on to score. They are racing, and slightly Poor beginning from Safia Ruma there, lost a lot of lengths at the start. Going forward is Fawi, the 7-horse. Also prominent there is Kateb. Right up the inside as they join the racecourse is Waedni, who's also in a prominent posse, as indeed is the two-tone green of Cahalan Najd as they make their way through the early stages. And one that's made good early headway is Walad Chrome, along with Adate, both of those horses migrating over from wide gates. So it's Walad Chrome that leads them here to Adate in second. Then the green cap of Al Najm Al Hada now moves into a nice posse in third. Then Alad's head towards the outer in fourth now, the diamonds on the sleeves, followed then up the inside by Fawi, who races in fifth. Then the red cap of Khatib, who's now just advancing positions a little bit, but they're very well strung out here as they make their way around the turn at the top of the track. Field trails back to Alba Al Houm as they start to make the swing for home. It's Walad Chrome that leads them by about a length or so to Adate racing in second. Alad's head now just being niggled along on the inside of Al Najm Al Hada. This quartet are well clear of the rest, who are headed by Kateb. They're swinging for home now, and it's the 18 that goes on here. Adate just to in second position. Walad Chrome. Here comes Al Najm Al Mada, and then Alad's head, who's now trying to stay on. They've swung for home. Inside the final 2 furlongs they go, and it's Adate that leads them in the hands of Eddie Castro. Goes on by a couple of lengths to Al Najm Al Hada in second. Then after that in third, Alad's head. They're well on from the rest, but it's Adate, always prominent under veteran jockey Eddie Castro, who's pulling away here, and it's Adate by 3 or 4 lengths as they race up towards the line. 18, Adate, the winner. They're off and racing. Rather awkward out the gate was Mok Tamar, and didn't really help the chances of TNT there in the early stages as they make their way the first furlong through the first furlong or so. Stabschrat has gone on, as indeed is Lily Nation. It's Lily Nation that leads a Stabschrat. They're then followed in third position by Ya Azima. Also prominent there towards the outside is Al Wathka, who's got a nice posse and just making headway. Then after that, Mok Tamar in the light blue jacket, followed then by the red distinguishing cap of Zain Al Zain, who's racing in around about 6th. Then rather wide on the track at the moment, TNT. They're then followed towards the inside by the blue jacket and the white cap there of TNT, who's towards the back, and also towards the back is Al Jude. So they start to make the swing. They're sorting themselves out, and the leaders with Lily Nation. Lily Nation out in front, but Al Wathka is making lovely headway towards the outside. They're then followed by a Stabschrat in third. The rest of them now just beginning to get a little bit tired in the wake of this leading trio. Zain Al Zain is probably in fourth, and then after that trying to stay on up the inside, Anzea. But as they make the swing for home, Al Wathka has made lovely headway into the lead, goes on by a couple of lengths to in second position Lily Nation, who's now only finding the one pace. A Stabschrat is in third, a long gap back to the rest, who's headed by Anzea. And then after that trying to stay on from the back of the field, Zain Al Zain. Inside the closing stages, Al Wathka now just getting a little bit tired out in front. Lily Nation is trying to battle back. Al Wathka and Lily Nation. Al Wathka is just finding enough here, leads by about 3/4 of a length as they race up towards the line. Al Wathka's going to get in here. Another winner for Tom Collins. Al Wathka scores. Racing. Leila Doro got out pretty well. The yellow distinguishing cap there. Also prominent in the early stages is Urja Wanaya. Another one that's showing good early pace is Wakida in the green cap, and it's Wakida now that goes on to in second position Al Fakir, the red cap. And then after that, towards the outside, Leila Doro. It's almost like the white stable are running to team orders here as they go through the early stages. They're then followed by Urja Wanaya, who's in fourth. Then up the inside, Harfi. Towards the outside now, getting into a more prominent position is Yazdad Haybar. The two towards the rear of the field at the moment are Kalalat Delmon, and right at the rear is Moslat, two of the more lowly rated runners in the race. So it's Wakida that leads and gets to the rail out in front by about a length or so to in second position Al Fakir. They're then followed by Yazdad Haybar, the black sleeves, and then out widest of all as they come towards the bend is Leila Doro. Through the first 800 metres in 49.49 seconds, racing then in fifth spot, so behind the first rank of leaders is Harfi, who's now just being ridden along. Red colour's getting a little bit closer, Moetta, but there's plenty to do from there. Starting to make the turn for home now, and still going strongly out in front is Alpha Care, but here comes Leila Doro on the outside, still travelling very strongly in between the pair, Yazdad Haybar. They're well on from the rest, headed by Harfi. They're swinging for home now, though, and it's Leila Doro with all this back class who goes on, sweeps into the lead. Leila Doro to Alpha Care in second, then in third spot, Yazdad Haybar, now trying to stay on from the back of the field is Hafi, but it's Leila Doro that leads them now by about a length or so. Leila Doro by 2 goes on well inside the final furlong to in second position, battling on well Alpha Care. Nothing much now from Hafi, and racing up towards the line, Leila Doro has got this lot on their knees this evening. Leila Doro, the easy winner, goes on to score. Gates back and away they go. They are racing. A terrible start there from Saloa, was almost down there in fairness. Muad Al Sharima performed miracles to actually stay aboard as they make their way through the early stages. Dolma is showing good early pace, as indeed is Al Hashoraya. They're then followed in third position by Najmat Al Mahafil. The red cap, the red distinguishing cap there over Farsa is towards the outside. Also towards the outside is Hezam, who's in danger of taking this turn rather wide. They're then followed by Lalma Al Zulfi, who's racing quite wide as well. Then after that, towards the inside, Lajol Fati hasn't got too many behind it. Neither too as Am Tarat, who's towards the rear of the field. Latin is towards the back, and so too is Saloa. So they're starting to make the swing for home here. It's Al Hashoraya that's out in front, to Dolma, who's emerged around the outside in second and now goes on as Al Hashoraya puts the cue in the rack. They're then followed in third by Najmat Al Mahafil. After that, now being driven along is a Farsa, who's got a bit of work to do but is making slow progress. They're then followed by Hazam round the outside in fourth, and then after that are driven along Tezari, who's still in mid-division and also trying to get going is Marur. But the lead is with Dolma here as they go inside the closing stages. To in second position, Najmat Al Mahafil, and it's Najmat Al Mahafil who's skipping away from them here in the hands of Khalid Al Mamoni by 3, by 4, by 5 lengths, well inside the final furlong. Najmat Al Mahafil, a third win at the 25th time of asking, and scores very nicely indeed.